Hello everyone, my name is Jafia. Welcome to my channel, and I'm a student of life, student of nutrition and health, sharing my journey as I evolve through this earth and this universe. And today I'm going to be sharing with you an ascended form of nutrition, a form of organic whole food nutrition designed to give our body just what it needs and create the most ease in the process. So this type of nutrition I have been consuming myself for the past year and a half or so, and has helped put my own autoimmune disease into remission, as well as help my family, even helped a member of my family become free of the burden of Lyme's disease. So this is powerful stuff. And with that being said, the FDA, because of the FDA, I have to say this information and what I say here today isn't meant to treat or diagnose any clinical illness or anything like that. But in reality, I can't say that because this isn't a pharmaceutical drug, but in reality, the food you eat and the plants and the herbs you eat on a daily basis will be your most potent form of medicine. So before I get into the nutrition in this box and the information about it, us as humans, we are an assimilation of the elements. We are an assimilation of earth, air, water, fire or light, and ether or consciousness. Therefore, the food we eat should be these elements in their rawest and purest forms. Our soil should be pure and filled with minerals. The air we breathe should be pure and free of pesticides and herbicides and chemicals. And the water that we drink should be pure and free of these chemicals as well. And the same goes for how we grow our crops, the soil we grow our crops on, and the water we use, the air that it is surrounded with. All of this matters if we are to move towards a more optimal state of health and an optimal state of being. Okay, so let's hop into it. What I will be sharing with you specifically today is a 30-day cleanse, a 30-day health reset. Now, everything that I just mentioned, this understanding of our human system and how it relates to our outside external world, all of that is the basis behind this nutrition. The philosophy that we need to be eating less, and what we do eat needs to contain more in order to create the most ease on our body and our organs. All of that is the basis behind formulating this nutrition. Now, everything I'm going to share with you is real food, real organic plants and herbs, no chemicals of any kind. Now, the purpose of any cleanse, and really the food we eat in general, is to nourish, detoxify, and rebuild or repair our system. And if the food you're eating is doing this in the adequate amounts, then your body is geared towards experiencing optimal health. So, open the box. First thing you will see is the scheduling sheet, a guide to at what times of day to take these products. I will talk about the 3 different schedules we recommend towards the end of this video, but this is about that. And on the back of this is a progress tracking sheet. Some more info. Now, the first superfood product I'll be sharing with you is called the Power Shake. This will be the main form of nourishment on this cleanse. I'll put the ingredients in the nutrition fact sheet on the screen now for you to see, but this contains a lot of healthy fats, healthy carbs, phytochemicals, chlorophyll, all of that good stuff. And this actually contains living greens and living enzymes. So when you add this to water, it begins to oxidize. Now, you may wonder, how is that possible? Usually when things are dehydrated or nutrients are heated at really any high temperatures, a lot of the nutritional content can be lost. So this contains living greens because it isn't dehydrated at high temperatures. The wheatgrass in the Power Shake is grown on a volcanic lake bed at 6,000 feet elevation in the mountains of Utah, miles from any farm that uses GMO or sprays pesticides or any of that stuff. And once this wheatgrass is harvested, it is juiced and pumped to the top of these giant 200-foot silos. Lining the inside of these silos are fans blowing up 78-degree room temperature air. Now, the juice is misted at the top, and as it's falling down, the water is being evaporated. And what is left are these living enzymes and living greens left in a suspended state. So these are living greens, and they actually have a shelf life of 2 years. So that is how that is possible. It also comes with 2 more packages of the Power Shake. These are in biodegradable hemp packaging, so you can toss this in your compost. And pretty soon all of this will be single-use plastic free. Next is the Super Amino 23. Now this is a cleanse, but it can also be called an anabolic fast. This is because while we are shedding weight and inflammation, we are able to put on lean muscle mass, and this is what makes that possible. These are pre-digested amino acids, and there are over 30 clinical peer-reviewed trials on this exact product, proving why it is one of the world's best protein sources. This was designed for coma patients, people who were wasting away on a hospital bed. And they would feed them this so that they weren't just consuming their own muscle. So this is designed to put muscle on you whether you work out or not. 2 of them come in the cleanse. On my cleanse, this one I'm showing you right now, I'll actually be taking 3 times the amount of this. Next is the Biome Medic. The Biome Medic is the main form of detoxification on this cleanse. This product is the only product proven to remove up to 74% of glyphosate in a 6-week period. Glyphosate is the main active ingredient in Monsanto's Roundup, what they spray on our crops, on our garden, on our lawns, so it's everywhere. And once this comes into our system, which it has been doing for years, basically our whole lives, it forms like a wax in our intestines and melds our villi together, so we aren't able to absorb nutrients as well as we should be able to. This also reduces C-reactive protein in that same 6-week period by 75%. Excuse me. C-reactive protein is a biomarker for inflammation. So those are the 2 main purposes. It also cleans up the intracellular fluids between our cells, removing heavy metals and stuff like that. So, big detoxifier right here. This cleanse comes with 2 of those. Next is Super Cleansar. This is a deep colon cleanse to remove the parasites that have built up in our colon over the years. Parasites also cause inflammation, so this is another way we are shedding that inflammation. Next is Apothecary. This is a sleep aid. There is only 1 ingredient in this, and that is organic sour tart cherries. Now, tart cherries are very high in antioxidants, which help keep us young, help us keep our skin looking fresh and elastic, so that is one of the purposes. And tart cherries are also very high in melatonin. Melatonin is released by the pineal gland when we sleep and when we're dreaming. So by taking this before we go to sleep, we are able to help us get into those more deep restorative states of sleep and have more energy throughout the day. So this cleanse comes with 2 bottles of these. These are meant to be refrigerated once they are opened as well. And lastly is a shaker bottle to add the Power Shake to in your water and shake it up, and a measuring tape to track your progress. So that is everything that comes with the cleanse. Mine came with Can't Beat This. This is an organic pre-workout from beetroot and pomegranate extract, and you may receive this as well depending on when you order yours, or you may receive something else. So yeah, this is what came with mine. Now about the 3 schedules, you can still eat on this cleanse, definitely. We eat a lot of real whole food plant nutrition. The first schedule that you can choose from is to just add these superfoods onto the food that you are already eating. So you'll be getting a lot more nourishment and detoxification in the process without having to sacrifice that much, or really at all. The next schedule is an intermittent fasting schedule. So if that's something you do or like to get into, that's available for you. And the third schedule is an accelerated program. And this is what I'm going to do. This is what I recommend to everybody. And this is the most powerful because there is a 10-day window where you are consuming just these superfoods. And what that allows our body to do is go into autophagy, where we start to consume our dead and broken cells. And then we go into our fat stores for energy and we pull out stem cells, new cells. And stem cells, which we are producing actually our whole life. So we begin to consume the dead and broken cells and renew ourselves. Renew ourselves. So there you have it, everybody. I'll be putting some images of some of the meals, we call them lifestyle meals, on the screen now, and flex foods we call them, for you to see. These are foods that we recommend to eat while on this cleanse. And I'll also be posting some transformation pictures for you to see. These are the transformations people have been able to have in this 30-day window without working out, just by changing what they are putting into their body. So this is powerful stuff. And because of that, we are able to offer a money-back guarantee on everything you see here. So you can try this out risk-free. I'll also be linking studies to things like the Super Amino, the Biomedic down below if you're interested in that and you'd like to check that out for yourself. I will put the link to purchase this cleanse and my email below. So feel free to contact me with any questions or inquiries. I'll be happy to answer and get in touch with you. Lastly, this mission of sharing this opportunity of health and healing with the world is aligned with myself. Now, if it feels aligned with you or you'd like to learn more about our mission, how we're healing the world and ascending the human race, then contact me, because there is opportunity for you to join us. So that is all for today. Thank you so much for watching.